TikTok really is the place to find out about cake controversies. This is one of them. Food creator Ryan Nordum made a 15-layer funfetti cake. As you can see, the cake looks absolutely amazing. And it was for his friend's birthday. They were going to a restaurant to celebrate the birthday. Ryan took the cake. And as is normal in most restaurants, when you bring a cake with you, what normally happens is they'll take the cake to the back and keep it somewhere cool for when it's ready for you to serve it. Then when that time came, the restaurant brought the cake back out. They sang happy birthday. And then the restaurant took the cake back to the back to cut it. Now I find this interesting because there have been occasions when I've gone to restaurants and I brought cake with me, and yes, they take it to the back, and then when it's time to cut the cake, they bring it to the front. But normally they allow you, the customer, to cut the cake. Now, Ryan said he wanted to cut the cake, but the restaurant said they didn't due to hazard because of a knife. You're in a restaurant, there's knives everywhere. You know, you have a knife and a fork, and you may be thinking, well, that little knife can't do any damage. Yes, it can. So for them to say that, already for me, that's a bit of a red flag. But anyway, Ryan went along with it and said, okay, fine. The restaurant took the cake to the back, cut it up. Now, when they brought out the slices, these slices were probably some of the worst slices that I've seen. They were cut so thinly, which meant that there should have been a lot of cake left over. When the meal was over, Ryan asked the restaurant, okay, can I have the rest of the cake? Because clearly there would have been a lot of cake left over. The restaurant said, oh, there's no cake left. Now my thing is, he took that as like, okay, that's fine. You know the size of your cake. You know how many cake slices were cut. Why would you just accept that the restaurant said that there's no cake left? What he thought had happened was that, oh, the restaurant staff probably ate the rest of it. But that's not okay. It's not okay. It's not their cake to eat. So for you to be like, oh, okay, maybe they ate it. Oh, okay, and not say anything about it and then leave. Me, I would have been getting up there. Where's the manager? If I'm not hearing what I want to hear from the manager, I'm walking myself to the back of that restaurant and getting my cake. Now, naturally, he made a TikTok about this. It went completely viral. What was interesting is that he didn't actually name the restaurant. I think, and I don't get this, when a business does something wrong, name them. What are they going to do? Sue you? No. Because you've got the proof that they've done something wrong. He didn't name them. He said it was a high-end steak place in New York, and people managed to whittle it down and found out it was a company called Quality Meats that I think have different branches. And they then went onto their socials, a lot of the views of the TikTok video, and started to leave comments, started to leave bad reviews on Yelp, to the point where the restaurant had to come out and make a statement. They actually contacted Ryan. He said he got 3 phone calls for the business because this video went viral. And they said that the cake, what had happened? They had viewed CCTV of the kitchen, and they said the cake had been left and it had just been left. And I'm like, that makes no sense to me, because obviously at the end of service, you would have don't you clear all the surfaces? So you telling me that cake was just left there sitting there? And if it was me, I'm like, okay, can I see the CCTV? I don't think he asked to see the CCTV, and he just kind of took their word for it. They ended up offering him a complimentary meal. They said yes, he should have got the cake, but he should have got the cake. They don't know what happened. But you're telling me that you saw CCTV and it had just been left there. And he specifically asked for the cake and the rest of the cake, and they said there was none left. So who's lying? Somebody is lying. This is what I think happened. I think that they cut the slices of the cake. One of the restaurant staff tasted the cake, and they sliced the cake up and shared it between the staff. I don't believe that cake was just left there. I don't believe it. And me, I would have pushed it harder, but some people are just too scared to do that. And I'm like, nah. But I just found it quite interesting, an interesting story, because I think the restaurant did take the rest of the cake. But let me know your thoughts on this story, and what would you do if you was in that situation when you know there was cake left over and they tell you it's finished, and would you just accept it and be like, oh, okay then, even though you know there would have been cake left? Let me know your thoughts on this story. Until next time, cake lovers.